Dillian, the body snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
So last night I broke the news to you all that Deontay Wilder will in fact be fighting Luis Ortiz in a rematch, in a fight that nobody wants to see. In other words, another fight that Wilder has used. Quickly, sign it, quickly get it done, so Joshua can't call me out and I don't have to fight Joshua next. Right, now, obviously since then, UK time zones, I've slept since then, woke up, and of course there's a little bit of update. Wilder has since put out a post confirming that this fight is actually happening. There's no date and there's no venue, and his reason for taking the fight is because all controversial fights need to be resolved. Words to that effect. So, controversial fights need to be resolved. Now, a controversial fight with Tyson Fury, that needs to be resolved because it's a controversial ending. Tyson Fury got screwed. He should be WBC heavyweight champion of the world right now. Fact. Also, you've got Luis Ortiz. Okay, controversial fight. Controversial ending? No. So therefore, we don't need to see the replay. Controversial moment in the fight, for sure. End of round number 7. Wilder was out on his feet. If the referee had stopped the fight, people wouldn't have complained. Wilder was in no condition to have complained. But let's be honest, Luis Ortiz gassed himself out. He went all amateur, was headhunting, which is the wrong thing to do. Beginning of round number 8, Wilder got a little bit more time. The referee helped him over to the corner for the medical team to have a check on him, even though they could have checked on him in that minute rest while he sat on the stool. But no, wait for round number 8 to start, just to bide a little bit more time, right? So yes, controversial moments for sure. Controversial ending, no. Luis Ortiz gassed himself out. Deontay Wilder put a full stamp on it and stopped Luis Ortiz. So why do we need to see this rematch again? What for? And thankfully, there's quite a few Wilder fans who have actually been recognising now, yeah, you know what, Team Wilder have been lying to us. They never wanted the Joshua fight. Joshua's put in offer after offer after offer. And again, no date and no venue. Let's address that one real quick before we go too much further into this. Wilder accepted all terms to fight Anthony Joshua, to come to London, fight Joshua. He gets the contract. He doesn't sign the contract. Reason being, there's no date and no venue on the contract. Nobody signs a fight with no date and no venue. Well, this is actually common practice anyway. But ultimately, even though we knew it was going to be either the last week of October or the first week of November, and it was 100% going to be at the Principality Stadium, Cardiff, Wales, it couldn't have been Wembley because the only time Wembley was available was in September. But Showtime didn't want that fight in September because it would have come too close to Triple G Canelo, the rematch. In other words, not enough money for the pay-per-view. So didn't want to do that. Wilder, his team, Sherry Finkel, his fans, nobody signs for a fight without date and venue, blah, blah, blah. Since then, Wilder has signed Tyson Fury, no date and no venue. You guys remember that? That went on for a long, long time. No date and no venue, signed with Tyson Fury. And now he's done the same with Luis Ortiz. No date and no venue, right? So what is this? As I said, thankfully, there's quite a lot of Wilder fans who actually start to wake up. They're starting to come out of their comatose zombie state now and go, actually, yeah, this can't be defended, man. This is ridiculous. There is no way in God's great earth that Wilder should be fighting Luis Ortiz. We do see now that it was Joshua that was always trying to make the fight, and Wilder was just using Joshua's name as clout. That's all it was. He was just trying to build his own profile, never wanted to fight. He even turned down recently $100 million. $100 million for back-to-back fights with Anthony Joshua for Undisputed. Yeah, his fanboy channels keep talking about, all we want is the best fight and the best. All we want is Undisputed. So I'm thinking, right, okay then, you guys have been saying this for a long, long time. Let's see, when the obvious is put straight in front of your face, let's see your reaction to a fight that nobody wants or needs to see. So I checked out like the first minute or two of quite a few channels, something I never do. I don't like giving these guys clicks. And why some of you people are subscribed to these guys is beyond me. Honestly, it's beyond me. Case in point, listen, I'm not going to give out their names because these guys are just not worth it. These guys are not boxing fans. They talk about the best, first to best. That's all we want. We don't care about money. Yet some of these guys are gloating about the fact that Wilder's not going to be fighting Joshua. Yet for the longest time, it's Joshua who's a coward, right? It's Joshua who doesn't want the fight, right? Even though Joshua's putting in all kinds of offers. And yet, Here these guys are now. This is a good plan. It's a genius move, one of them said. Barber Sheep, complete prat, said this is a genius move that they would announce the fight in Joshua versus Ruiz fight week. How is that a genius move? That's not a genius move. Listen, let's be real. There's two reasons why this happened. It's very, very obvious, right? First of all, it happened because Wilder and his team knew that Joshua was going to be calling him out if he's successful over Andy Ruiz. No guarantees, but if he's successful, he was going to be calling him out. Quick, sign the fight. Quick, announce the fight with Luis Ortiz. Let's sign it, and because then there's no point Joshua calling me out, so I don't have to keep on acting like a coward. So that's the first one. Second of all, they did this in the hope that it psychologically disrupts AJ fighting Andy Ruiz, so he takes a loss to Andy Ruiz. That's why. Because Wilder's got no intention of fighting Joshua. I know Eddie Hearn keeps saying that, I should never be calling other fighters cowards and that. Come on, Eddie, man. This guy is a coward. Wilder is a coward. Fighting to death of Anthony Joshua. Undisputed for life-changing money. And his fans are giving him a pass, man. These people are boxing fans. Why are you guys subscribed to these? And I'll tell you right now, anybody in my comment section right now, even as a joke, this is how temperamental I am on this subject right now, I've had enough. Even as a joke, if anybody is stupid enough to even put a comment down there saying how this is good, this is funny how Deontay Wilder has played all of his fans and how we're not going to get undisputed, I will not see the funny side of it. I don't care if you are a long-term subscriber or not. Don't even joke about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to read it. Don't want nothing to do with it. I will block you right there and then. I'm not even joking. Because this is getting beyond a joke now. Wilder has exposed himself. Why is he fighting Luis Ortiz again? What happened if Anthony Joshua said, nah, Wilder, you just offered me $100 million for back-to-back fights, so therefore, no, I'm going to turn down undisputed. I want to go have a rematch with Povetkin because Povetkin hurt me. It was controversial in that fight because he hurt me in round number 2, round number 1, at the end of round number 1. I'm going to go rematch Joseph Parker because he's the one guy I didn't stop. That's controversial for me. What would you guys have said? You know fine well what you guys would have said. And these fan channels going, hot dog, Deontay Wilder, he's fighting Luis Ortiz. He keeps on taking tough fight after tough. Luis Ortiz looked trash. He looked trash in his last couple of fights. Looked awful. Age has caught up with him. Big time. Big time. And you guys were moaning about the fact that Joshua fought Povetkin. He's mandatory, by the way. Povetkin, a former world champion. Povetkin, a guy who had never been stopped. A guy who has a superior resume to literally everybody in the heavyweight division. A younger guy than Luis Ortiz. And you guys were moaning about it. This is my point. I don't understand these fan channels. Are you boxing fans or are you not? Why are you people subscribed to these guys? Why are you people giving these guys views? I don't understand it. These guys have created cancer among the boxing community. And these guys keep giving Wilder pass after pass. Gloating about the fact that Wilder's not going to be fighting Joshua next. Gloating about it. Because what they want is, it's in their benefit for this fight not to happen, so they can keep on talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, and the fight never happens. Much like with Mayweather and Pacquiao. Keep on going about it, keep on going about it, because they know that there's a lot of brain-dead boxing fans out there who will listen to them and go, yeah, actually, Joshua and Wilder isn't happening, and Wilder's fighting Ortiz because it's Joshua's fault, because it's Eddie Hearn's fault. You've got to be kidding me, man. You've got to be kidding me. Wilder, you are a fraud. Shirley Finkel, I hope the men in black come find you, take you back to Area 51. PBC, Al Heyman, go screw yourself, because quite clearly, you don't want undisputed either. The Wilder fanboys, get the hell off my page. You guys are bad for boxing, bad for boxing. I'm real sorry, but you are bad for boxing. You should not be giving this man a pass. Not one of you guys have the backbone to say anything. Why? Because of your illustrious leader. We need Moneybear to give us an interview. We need Wilder to give us interviews. Female is what you are. Female. Not one of you guys have got the backbone to go, no man, this is garbage. Clearly Wilder has been having us on. Clearly, obviously. But instead, somehow, they're probably still going to try and blame Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua for this. Yeah, Joshua is trying to make undisputed. If $100 million is not enough, what is? In fact, Wilder didn't even try to negotiate the $100 million. He could have got more. Not interested. Wants to have a rematch with Luis Ortiz. Get the hell out of here. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.